Feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Shrimp Tank post-show wrap-up. I'm your host, Tyler Huck. With me is my co-host, Brandon Hayes, and we're sitting with Cassie Craig, founder of CAS Med Spa. And we had a great show today. Cassie, tell the listeners a little bit about your business and why you guys are a little different than the rest of the competition.
Sure. What we specialize in is non-surgical aesthetics, augmentation through things like injectables, cool sculpting. We do a lot of body contouring. And Atlanta's been a fun market to learn this business in because Atlanta has definitely the market for the business, but it also has a lot of competition. And I've learned how to stand apart from the competitors through really trial and error. You know, I tried the commoditization of the products that I sell, like $8 unit Botox on Groupon, and did what everybody else was doing and learned very quickly that that wasn't how you stand apart. So through finding good people, training those people very well, making them family, keeping them, and really, you know, just really making a team of my staff and really leveraging those people to get my hands in every treatment, to get the service that I would provide to every person who comes into the spa has really set us apart. We hit #1 with cool sculpting in the first quarter that we were open, and then I started teaching, and so that also sets me apart when people learn that, you know, I'm the person who does, when cool sculpting people want to get cool sculpting, then they're coming to me. So it's been fun because I got to learn the mistakes, really shopping around in the market. And I learned that this is a relationships business. I think like any business, it's about doing business with people you trust and know or feel like you know. So a lot of, you know, online videos and really connecting with people and trying to put ourselves out there and be human. Bringing the market to everyday people rather than just that upper echelon and the top tier kind of people that people assume it's for. So it's been fun.
I didn't even ask you during the podcast, but what is cool sculpting?
Oh, it's non-surgical fat removal. We cause cell death. So we kill the cells, they can't come back. It's permanent, and it takes 35 minutes. So it's really a game changer. I was in the health and fitness business for 15 years. And so I would work with people and they would do the right thing and they would eat and lunge and anything I told them, and they would be stuck with problem areas, I think like any human being. But they really expected them to go in the beginning. So, you know, hope was lost when they got to the place where things were practically perfect and they still had this bulge. So I can remove that, and it's easy.
Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no surgery, yeah.
So you mentioned something in the podcast about following your smile. Tell me a little bit more about that.
That's just been my theory on life, my philosophy since I moved out of my parents' house when I was 16 years old. It's like, you know, we get one life, and everything might not go perfectly, but if I'm waking up and frustrated or pissed off or doing something that I hate, like I really get to do what I want to do, and I take advantage of that. I take that to the utmost level. Like, that's my thing. If I'm not smiling, I'm not doing it. If I don't want to do it, I won't do it. And I even like apply that to laundry. Like I've taught my children how to do laundry so that I'm not in there
Do they
pissed
have a
off.
smile when they do the laundry?
Yeah, well, they get their Xbox, so it all equals out.
And Cassie, you mentioned people a lot in this podcast, and I could tell it actually, you know, it's passionate, and you know, you appreciate the people that work for you. But just shed some light on what you've learned of investing in your people, sitting back and taking, you know, the more management piece of the company to drive the business forward, and what you've learned from that aspect.
Yeah, I used to try to do everything myself because, and I think most entrepreneurs would agree, like, I'm going to do the best job at any job, and I know how to do all the jobs that I've created in the jobs. But connecting with people has been the most rewarding part of my business. And at first it was with my clients, and that's what kind of took me to the next level when I was self-owner, operator, everything. But when I started training others and really reaching through them to my clients, and that was the most huge payoff. I love people, and
That's great.
I've made some great connections through business.
Awesome.
One great piece of advice you shared with the listeners today was not being attached to an outcome. And I wanted to just expand quickly on that.
That's been my biggest lesson in life. I want to start something and know how it's going to go and know all of the ins and outs and the business plan, right? Like we write out every detail 5-10 years before they happen. But being too connected to the way that things go down causes a lot of pain, causes a lot of stress day to day, and that's not where my smile is. So I can't be there. I have to be open to, okay, well, I've got to take a left turn. I just hit a wall. And so I think entrepreneurs could agree that there were more failures than successes in the big picture, or if you were looking at it that way. But every failure is just another step towards success. So just being flexible and going around the obstacles or over under them, however.
It's a great lesson to be learned for all of us. Where can the listeners find you?
www.casmedspa.com. That's CASMEDSPA.com. Or you can email me directly at Cassie, CASSIE, at casmedspa.com. Call us, 770-766-7028, or follow us on social media. Just put in your search bar CASMEDSPA.com. You'll find us.
Well, thanks for joining us, Cassie. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And this has been the Shrimp Tank post-show wrap-up.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.